Hello all. You need to hear this if you're a history buff. Robert Durst, a name synonymous with wealth and privilege, a man whose life was a tapestry woven with threads of opulence and influence. Born into the powerful Durst Organization, a New York real estate empire, his life was paved with gold. From the moment he was born, the world seemed to lay itself at his feet. Skyscrapers pierced the sky, testaments to his family's success, each building a symbol of their enduring legacy and immense power. He was destined for greatness, or so it seemed. The expectations were high, and the path to success appeared clear. The weight of expectation rested heavily on his shoulders. The pressure to uphold the family name was immense. Durst grew up in the lap of luxury. Surrounded by the finest things money could buy, he had access to anything and everything. No desire was left unfulfilled, no whim ungranted. Private schools, lavish homes, and a future seemingly assured. His education was top-notch, his surroundings always the epitome of elegance. The world was his oyster. He travelled first class, attended the most exclusive events, and sailed on luxurious yachts. Yet, behind the facade of privilege, darkness lurked. A shadow that grew with each passing year. A shadow began to grow, twisting the narrative of his life. It was a darkness that hinted at deeper troubles. It hinted at the turmoil within, a turmoil that was becoming harder to hide. The Durst Organization, founded by his grandfather Joseph Durst, shaped the New York City skyline. Their influence was undeniable. Iconic buildings like One World Trade Center stood as monuments to their power, each structure a testament to their vision and ambition. Robert, as the heir apparent, was expected to carry the torch, to continue the legacy that his forefathers had built, to lead the family dynasty into the future. The expectations were clear, the path seemingly set. But fate, it seemed, had other plans, plans that would unravel the carefully woven tapestry of his life. The seeds of his downfall were already sown. The cracks in his perfect life were beginning to show. The immense wealth surrounding him should have brought happiness. It should have been a source of joy and security. Security and comfort should have been his birthright. But something was amiss. A sense of emptiness pervaded his existence. A disconnect existed between his outward privilege and his inner world. A chasm that grew wider with each passing day. A growing unease permeated his existence, an unease that he could no longer ignore. This unease would eventually explode into the public eye. The world would soon see the darkness that lay beneath the surface. As Robert Durst matured, his behavior became increasingly erratic. He withdrew from the public eye. He preferred solitude to the social whirl his family inhabited. Whispers followed him. Rumors of strange encounters and odd pronouncements circulated. He became an enigma, even to those closest to him. His first wife, Kathie Durst, vanished without a trace in 1982. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance were shrouded in mystery. Durst claimed she had left their South Salem cottage after an argument. He said she was heading to their apartment in Manhattan, but she was never seen again. The investigation into Kathie's disappearance stalled. Years passed with no answers. Durst remained a person of interest, but the lack of concrete evidence prevented any charges from being filed. The whispers intensified, the shadows around him deepened, his eccentricities became more pronounced. He began to disguise himself. He wore wigs and posed as a mute woman. He even lived in cheap motels despite his vast fortune. His behavior grew increasingly bizarre. He seemed to be running from something, or perhaps from himself. The line between reality and illusion blurred. Years after Kathie's disappearance, another tragedy struck, sending shockwaves through the community. Susan Berman, a close friend of Durst, was found murdered in her Los Angeles home in the year 2000. The news was devastating. She had been shot execution style, a method that suggested a professional hit. The timing was highly suspicious. Berman was about to speak to investigators about Kathie Durst's mysterious disappearance, a fact that raised many eyebrows. Then, in 2001, Durst's neighbor, Morris Black, was found dismembered in a gruesome discovery. His body parts were found floating in Galveston Bay, a chilling scene that horrified the local community. Durst admitted to killing and dismembering Black, but he claimed it was in self-defense during a struggle. In a surprising turn of events, a jury acquitted him of murder. They believed his story of an accidental shooting. The acquittal shocked many, leaving the public in disbelief. How could such a brutal act be seen as self-defense? The gruesome details of the case were hard to reconcile with the image of a wealthy real estate heir like Durst. The public struggled to understand how Durst could escape justice, leading to widespread outrage and protests. The accusations continued to mount, with more and more people questioning the legal system. The whispers turned into shouts, demanding answers and accountability. The case of Kathie Durst was reopened, and new evidence began to emerge, shedding light on old mysteries. In 2015, HBO aired The Jinx, a documentary series that delved deep into Durst's life and the allegations against him. In a shocking moment caught on a hot mic, Durst muttered to himself, "What the hell did I do?" The world listened in disbelief, killed them all, of course. This chilling statement sent shivers down the spine of viewers everywhere. This apparent confession reignited public interest in the case, sparking renewed calls for justice and accountability. Robert Durst's name, once associated with towering skyscrapers and immense wealth, became synonymous with murder and mystery. His financial success was overshadowed by the dark cloud of suspicion hanging over him. The Durst Organization distanced itself from him. His legacy, once destined for greatness in the real estate world, was irrevocably tarnished. The buildings his family built remained, but his name became a chilling reminder of the alleged crimes. The empire he was meant to inherit became a symbol of his downfall. The wealth he possessed could not buy him freedom from the accusations. It could not erase the suspicion that clung to him like a shroud. The money that had once opened doors now seemed to trap him in a gilded cage. His life became a testament to the corrosive power of secrets. The contrast between his privileged upbringing and the horrific allegations against him was stark. It painted a picture of a man deeply troubled, a man consumed by his inner demons. His story became a cautionary tale, a reminder that money cannot buy happiness or peace of mind. Robert Durst died in prison in 2022 while serving a life sentence for the murder of Susan Berman. His death marked the end of a long and tumultuous legal journey that spanned decades. His death brought an end to his legal battles, but it did not erase the questions and mysteries that surrounded his life. But it did not provide closure for the families of his alleged victims. The pain and uncertainty they endured remained, a haunting reminder of unresolved grief. The questions surrounding Kathie Durst's disappearance lingered, casting a long shadow over the case. Investigators and family members continued to seek answers, hoping for a resolution that never came. The enigma of Robert Durst endured. His life, filled with contradictions and dark secrets, remained a puzzle that fascinated many. His complex and contradictory nature continued to fascinate and repel. He was a man of many faces, each one more perplexing than the last. He remained a subject of morbid curiosity. True crime enthusiasts and casual observers alike were drawn to his story, eager to understand the man behind the headlines. A figure who embodied the dark side of wealth and privilege. His life was a stark contrast between opulence and the sinister actions he was accused of. His story became a modern-day Greek tragedy, a tale of hubris, downfall, and the inescapable consequences of one's actions. A tale of a man born into immense wealth, yet ultimately consumed by his own inner demons. His privileged upbringing could not shield him from the darkness within. The public's fascination with his case reflected a deeper societal unease. It was a mirror to our own fears and the unsettling realization that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places. A recognition that even within the highest echelons of society, darkness can lurk. The veneer of respectability often hides the most disturbing truths. Robert Durst's life served as a stark reminder that money cannot shield one from the consequences of their actions. His downfall was a testament to the fact that justice can reach even the most powerful. His legacy, forever intertwined with the alleged murders, continues to captivate and disturb. The story of Robert Durst is a chilling narrative that will be remembered for generations. He remains a chilling example of the destructive power of unchecked privilege and the enduring mystery of the human heart. His life and actions serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that can reside within. Thanks for joining me on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fascinating history bites. Until next time, keep exploring.